Hey, you're back and I'm back. This is Southern California Comics weekly video update. It is 2015. It's been a few weeks, but I'm back to tell you about the latest and greatest in comical type books. So I hope you're ready for that, because I am. Let's start with something that came out last week. I believe it was last week. Right on New Year's Eve we got Miracleman Annual Number 1. This is a brand new Miracleman material from Grant Morrison, and Joe Quesada, and Peter Milligan, and Michael Allred. And I'm pretty excited to read this. This includes the Miracleman story that Grant Morrison wrote back in the 80s, but Alan Moore didn't want him to do a Miracleman story because he wanted to control the property himself. So we have that. Something Grant Morrison wrote in the 80s being drawn by Joe Quesada today. Should be interesting. And then we have Peter Milligan and Michael Allred doing a Miracleman story. That's all I need. That's all I need to hear. I'm in. I love that pair. Let's see. What else do we have for you? Let's see. Comic, I don't know if you guys are paying attention to Men of Wrath, but it is a pretty good comic. This is what's his name? Jason Aaron and Ron Garney. Ron Garney's done like a bunch of superhero junk. Not really a known creator-owned guy, but together they're doing for Marvel Icon, a creator-owned crime comic taking place in the South about violent men named Wrath. The Wrath family. There's like a old grizzled guy and his somewhat incompetent criminal son. It's sort of in the vein of Jason Aaron's actual Image book, Southern Bastards. So it's got the same vibe, same Southern, like... Okay, here's the thing. Every time I talk about this book, I want to curse. Like, it's a book you have to curse to describe, so... I can't talk about it too much, because I'll say a bunch of naughty words that I don't want to say. And we need to maintain broad appeal here at Southern California Comics Weekly Video Update. So I'm just going to say this is a country noir. Yeah, okay. It's like a Garth Ennis comic. You'll like it. Trust me, you'll like it. If you like Preacher, you'll love Men of Wrath, probably. Alright, let's get a little bit more accessible here. I know what you want. You want a brand new S.H.I.E.L.D. comic because it's out, and I know you want it because y'all love that Marvel stuff. This is inspired by the hit TV series, according to the cover blurb. This is Mark Waid, Carlos Pacheco, other artists probably, doing a Marvel Universe adventures of the people from the TV show. So there's a Ming-Na, and Agent Coulson, and that's probably Sky. I'm going to be honest, I haven't read this yet. This came out last week, and I didn't get a chance to pick it up yet, because I didn't come to the shop. But, yep, the adventures of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Marvel Universe. I think you want that, because I'm pretty interested. Mark Waid does fun comics all the time. Like, he's one of the most fun writers to read. Like, going on several decades now, he's been a solid creator. And it's got Asgard stuff, I think. You like that stuff, right? There's a Rainbow Bridge. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know how better to sell this to you. Brand new number 1, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Alright, let's move on to the indies, the so-called indies, with Lady Killer number 1 from Joelle Jones and Jamie S. Rich at Dark Horse Comics. This is some violent stuff. This is a serial killer comic, sort of a... I think it's about an Avon lady killing people. Yo, that's dope. I'm discovering this along with you, which is a great way to do a comic review, right? But this looks good. Joelle Jones has some pretty awesome art. I really dig it. I think it's worth your time. Brand new number 1 this week. Lady Killer, issue 1, $3.50. Now, alright, here's where we get to the main event. The series of other Marvel number 1s of the week. Alright, first we have Operation Sin, number 1. Now, I don't know if anybody liked the original Sin but me, but I thought it was a really good book. It had a really small cast of characters, it was weird, it was really focused, and I didn't have to read anything else. I didn't have to read any one-shots or nothing. So here we have Operation Sin number 1, which is kind of a spin-off. It's about what's his name? The guy who becomes like the fear agent for like space stuff. The thing that the Winter Soldier is now. Yeah, it's about that guy. It's about S.H.I.E.L.D. type stuff in the 50s. 1950s S.H.I.E.L.D. action with Rich Ellis and writer Catherine Immonen. And Catherine Immonen doesn't get a lot of credit in comics. Like, she's really good. Like, she's in the vein of like a Mark Waid, someone who just makes like really solid, really fun, like witty comics. And this is more of that. And I think you should check it out, because I'd like to check it out too. So yeah, just a little vague spin-off of Original Sin there. Now, I think the one the internet was most looking forward to this week was the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #1. This has a lot of appeal. For one thing, people love Squirrel Girl for some reason. I never really got into her as a character. I know she's fun. I know it's kind of funny. She's a squirrel. That's cool. That's cool. But the creative team is what's really selling this to me. It's Ryan North, who did Adventure Time and Dinosaur Comics, and Erica Henderson, who you may not know, but she does a really great Monkey Brain book called Subatomic Party Girls that I really like. And this is The Adventures of Squirrel Girl. You're either in or you're out, right? Craven the Hunter's in this. How could you not like it? Oh, it's so cute. It's adorable. I'm going to show you some more. I'm going to show you more pictures of this cute little comic. Yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be like your fun, probably all ages read. So, if you were a fan of Adventure Time, the comic, this is where the writer went to. And Erica Henderson's probably going to be your new favorite, because she has a really cool style. I'm excited for it. Can't wait. Alright, last new book of the week. It is a doozy. Not really. It's Ant-Man #1. It is Nick Spencer and an artist I'm familiar with, Ramon Rosanas, doing an Ant-Man book just in time for the movie in July. So you'll get like 6 issues of this. Probably a trade comes out when the movie comes out. This is about your boy Scott Lang trying to become a superhero again. He's sort of out of practice, a little sort of a returning to the life of scumbaggery, maybe. This is sort of go in line with the movie. It's a different Ant-Man from what you've seen before. Like, he seemed to have it together in previous appearances, like in the FF and stuff. But no, here he's back to be kind of a loser, so work his way back into your good graces. And yeah, Nick Spencer, fun. He did what's that book? The one I really like that I always told you about. That wasn't Thunderbolts. The successor to Thunderbolts, Superior Foes of Spider-Man. So it's got that kind of vibe. It's got kind of clever, witty, like, you're not supposed to care about these characters, but you do, because that's just how good the book is. So it's probably the one people are going to be most excited for. And the trailer came out this week. Huh. I wonder if that was a coincidence. It's not, I guarantee. So, Ant-Man. It is a regular-sized comic. And that is it for the main segment. After this, if you're new, we do a second segment where I talk about something else or interview somebody or whatever. So, I hope you know that now, because I just told you. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. Alright, cool, bye. Great, you're still here. So, second segment, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite books of 2014, which I just read the other day. I think before the year ended, so yeah, we're in 2015. This came out in 2014. It's called Seconds. It's by Bryan Lee O'Malley, who did Scott Pilgrim and Lost at Sea. This is sort of his big follow-up to Scott Pilgrim. You know Scott Pilgrim. Great comic, great movie, great video game, great soundtrack to the movie and to the video game. Just a whole lot of greatness. And so everyone was really hotly anticipating Seconds, his third book, ironically enough. And it's good. It is about a sort of young woman in her late 20s who's sort of plateauing in her life. This is the main character right here. I don't remember her name because I'm terrible with character names that aren't like Spider-Man. Go figure. But she's sort of plateauing. She runs a restaurant, but kind of doesn't want to. She's trying to open a new restaurant. There's a little bit of food stuff in there. That's pretty fun. So here's what happens. She finds in her little chest of drawers here a magic mushroom and a notepad. So what she does is she eats the mushroom, writes down a regret, and then when she wakes up, that regret gets disappeared. So if it's like, oh, I wish I didn't eat that hamburger. She writes that down, eats the mushroom, hey, turns out she didn't eat that hamburger, which is something that actually happens in this comic. So she ends up finding a bunch of them and keeps undoing everything she's done. Just like every bad decision she makes, she undoes it, which leads to more bad decisions. And yeah, she keeps trying to undo the bad things that she keeps doing. You know Bryan Lee O'Malley. Really fun art, really cool style, really fashionable girls. Like, it's a really funny book. It's a really poignant book because it's sort of about being in your late 20s and feeling like you're not going anywhere, which, if you are in your late 20s like I am, you know exactly what that's about. It's about sort of stuff like that. It's about food. It's about mushrooms. It's a little fantasy vibe. It's divided into chapters. It feels like a manga, like Bryan Lee O'Malley stuff usually does. So this is sort of broadly appealing. It's mostly free of video game references and the stuff that he relied upon in his previous books. It's good. It's really good. It's funny. Did I mention it's funny? Did you know Bryan Lee O'Malley is funny? Because he's funny. I don't know what else to say about it except the art's really good. The colors are by Nathan Fairbairn, who's been recalling all the Scott Pilgrim stuff and works with Grant Morrison and such. Yeah. Okay, and here, you get some new stuff here. Like there's some really moody, kind of spooky stuff going on, which, you know, like, you're used to just the normal cute stuff with Bryan Lee O'Malley. Like, adorable people. But he's got range beyond that. And he doesn't show it off a lot. Like, his storytelling's really good, but sort of the mood, he tries to maintain a certain mood. Action-y, funny, really nice energy. So this is a step up in a lot of ways. Or may I say, a level up. Yeah, it's a good book. We have a bunch of copies of it at the store. I don't know how much it is. $25. It's worth the money. It's really worth the money. I love this book. I hope you will too, once you check it out. Because I know you're going to. Because I told you to. And why wouldn't you listen to me? I'm a guy on YouTube. Or Facebook or whatever. You have to listen to me. It's your duty. I'll see you next week. No, but seriously, read this book.